Straight ahead tonight at 6, a dangerously hot stretch of weather. How city and county leaders are hoping folks will stay cool this weekend. Plus, a pair of major store closings in Madison. Sears and Staples announced plans to close up shop.
This is News 3 at 6.
The sun is out. It is hot and humid. You can feel it out there. That's a beautiful shot. That's the place to be on the water. But we are just getting started with what will likely be the hottest stretch of weather so far this year. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6, everybody. Eric and Charlotte have the night off. This heat is prompting several advisories and warnings across much of southern Wisconsin in anticipation of heat indices in the triple digits. So let's get right to meteorologist Dave Caulfield with our first alert forecast. Dave?
Yeah, Susan, usually I say with high humidity, this is air you can wear. Well, today with the heat and humidity, this is air that I want to be nowhere near at this point. Downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam. Current conditions at 92 with a south wind at 15 miles per hour. That dew point at 73. Very humid outside across the area. Some other temperatures, many of us still in the 90s outside. Heat index values with pretty high dew points are in the triple digits for many of us. 107 is what it feels like in Lone Rock. 110 is what it feels like in Boscobel. We still do have some dew points near 80, especially for southwestern Wisconsin. 73, the dew point in Madison. 77 in Watertown. We do have some gusty winds out of the south at about 15 to 20 miles per hour in spots. We do have excessive heat warnings in effect for many of us into tomorrow, but this evening will remain very warm and muggy, partly cloudy. Temperatures falling into the low 80s. We'll talk about some more hot and humid weather on the way tomorrow, plus the chance of some stronger thunderstorms Sunday in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dave. With heat like this, most people are either trying to find some water to drink or to jump into. Our Madeline O'Neill joins us live. She got a good assignment tonight from one of Madison's splash parks with more on how to stay cool this weekend. Hi, Maddie.
Hi, yeah, not bad, Susan. We're here at Elver Park Splash Park. Oh, I just lost my water here, but it's a great place to cool down. And clearly, we weren't the only ones who had this idea to come down and cool down. It's definitely the day to be near some water, but it's also not a bad idea to make sure you're drinking some water as well. It's hot.
So far, it's one of the hottest days of the year.
That's why I'm in the shade. It's ridiculously hot. And all I want to do is either be inside or in the water.
Water is one of the only ways to fight back against the sun.
It's like 90 degrees and can't do much else outside.
With a 1.5-year-old daughter eager to play, Tina Young says Elver Park Splash Park in Madison was the obvious choice.
She can get heat strokes super easy, so can I. Just need to keep her cool and make sure she's having fun.
Water to splash in is a must, but so is water to drink.
She was walking around with her water. Hey, you want your water?
You know, everybody knows you're supposed to drink water when it's hot, but it's easy to forget.
So across town at Southdale Park, Madison Water Utility is providing a hard-to-miss reminder.
You know, we're just out here to give people access to some cold water and a water bottle on a very, very hot day.
This water wagon poured out some relief for kids taking part in the summer food program visiting the park. Also at the park, hot equipment.
On days like this, everything feels hot, but the sun really makes a difference. Take a look at this playground equipment. Here in the shade, the temperature comes in at 99 degrees. But here in the sun, this seesaw comes out at 119 degrees.
UW Health doctors say there's not a specific temperature cutoff that will cause burns, but they have seen kids burned from metal slides. All the more reason to find a place with some shade and water.
She seems fine. I mean, as long as she's not super hot and has her water, she's good.
This splash pad and the other two in Madison are open from 10 a.m. to 7 at night daily and should be open this weekend. Other places, if you're looking to get out of the sun, are libraries, and there are cooling centers as well. I don't know about you guys, but I'm about ready to run through the water here, so I'll send it back to you, Susan.
I was just going to say, you're all done with your live shots. Go have some fun, Maddie. Madeline O'Neill reporting live. Thank you so much, Madeline. With the excessive heat warning in the coming days, Dane County officials have sent out a full list of places that you can visit, as Maddie was saying, to keep cool this weekend. If you want to check it out, we have the full list on our website, channel3000.com. Summerfest in Milwaukee, if you're headed there this weekend, is also changing up its carry-in rules because of the extreme heat this weekend. From noon today through 7 tomorrow, festgoers will be allowed to bring in sealed, unopened water bottles or a refillable, empty, clear plastic water bottle. That's a change from the normal rules for Summerfest. Several Madison area beaches are back open after one of the largest blue-green algae blooms of the year. As of today, all of the beaches you see there on your screen are back open. Yesterday, the county closed 16 of the 19 monitored beaches due to potentially harmful bacteria and blue-green algae. One of the main anchor stores at Madison's Westtown Mall is closing. Sears will close at the end of September. A Sears spokesperson says the decision was made as part of ongoing efforts to streamline the company's operations and focus on its best stores. And the Staples store on Verona Road in Madison is also closing. The last day for this store will be August 3rd. Company representatives cited the shift toward online shopping as one of the reasons the store is closing. Foxconn has reached an agreement to purchase a building in downtown Green Bay. The tech company plans to open an innovation center later this year in the current Watermark building. The company plans to hire 200 workers for its Green Bay location. The Madison Police Department is encouraging parents to be extra involved in their kids' lives. They have a new campaign called #SearchAndRescue and #HelicopterParent. The idea is for parents to check and make sure that their children do not have access to guns.
Do we know what our kids have access to? Do we know what is in our kids' bedrooms or in our kids' backpacks or in our kids' vehicles? And as parents, are we doing everything in our power to make sure that they don't have access to guns?
MPD is using social media to help spread this campaign. The department is also looking into making a billboard as well, similar to the Winter Nightly Lockup campaign. During the summer months, students can sometimes lose the achievement gains that they make during the school year. Our Kelly Arthur shares how the Madison Metropolitan School District is fighting that with its highest summer school enrollment yet.
Quiet might be the sound you'll hear in most schools this summer, but at Lincoln Elementary,
Did you guys go like, Like, what sound do you think a whale would make if he was gonna?
silence is probably the only sound you won't hear. Miss Tara Affalter is teaching a handful of the hundreds of Madison kids taking 4K summer school.
Really like how you remember so much about that book. Do you like that book? Learning is something that we do year round, and it's fun.
More of the district's families and students agree. From 4K to high school seniors, 6,000 of the 27,000 kids in the district are now in class.
So it's almost a quarter, of our students.
That's their biggest turnout yet. Why? District officials say it's a combination of things. Other than an administrative fee, there's no additional charge. Plus, students get free meals and transportation.
We try to minimize as many barriers as we can to participation.
Bree McPhee-Line, who runs the summer school program, also credits higher enrollment to allowing siblings of students recommended for summer school to participate as well. In years past, only recommended students receive transportation and all-day classes.
It doesn't matter if you have one or if you have 5 students that you would like to be enrolled in summer school, they all are given the same option for their children.
While summer school isn't mandatory, Madison Schools wants this high enrollment to grow.
In my room today, we have the Ladybug game.
Because as that number grows, so will the achievements of our local students.
We can sort of instill that this is just extending our learning. It's not a punishment. It's not anything you've done wrong. It's just a way to enrich our learning and understand each other.
At Lincoln Elementary, Keely Arthur, WISC News 3.
The school district plans to survey families who enrolled in summer school and, more importantly, those who didn't, to see how they can improve for next year. Still to come tonight at 6, mental health is a common problem in America. When we come back, how a local woman is overcoming it and encouraging others through a unique form of exercise. Welcome back, everyone. Mental health issues are very common, and many people have their own ways of coping. Our Jamie Perez spoke with a local woman today, and how she overcame it is a way that you wouldn't expect. It's a story you'll only see on News 3.
But it was just kind of, I don't know, not fulfilling. Couldn't get my head on right. I was not taking care of myself.
These were just some of the toxic thoughts controlling Emily Bryant Munschau's mind that led her to attempt suicide.
One day, I was just hanging out with one of my friends. We were drinking super heavily. I took like 1,200 pills.
She was living a life post-grad school she felt was unfulfilling.
I just felt like life was pretty meaningless. I had worked extremely hard and I had done everything that I had been told to do since I was a child. For all intents and purposes, I had checked all of the boxes and nothing seemed to be working out. So I just felt like, you know, there's no point in striving for anything. There's no point in attempting to be better or achieve something more than you are, because there was no payout at the end of all of my hard work.
After coming to the realization that killing herself wasn't the answer she wanted, she tried something else.
Because I knew I had to change habits if I was ever going to feel better.
Pole dancing.
It's the best feeling in the world.
Emily's been using pole as a way to drive her spirits forward for the past 2 years.
It's really hard to feel bad about yourself when every 5 seconds you're hearing, oh my gosh, you're so amazing, this is so great.
But now she's not only helping herself.
It had done so much for me that I wanted to share it with other people. You know, I get a lot of mixed reactions when people find out that I'm a pole instructor. Usually it's really, but there are like two kinds of intonations. It's either really or really, like people don't believe me.
Believe it. Just look at the way she gets lost in the moment. All the bad thoughts, gone. Low self-esteem, gone. And conquering struggles in the future?
Pole wasn't like a instantaneous fix, but it was the primary thing that got me through it.
Will just take a little bit of pole dancing for Emily. In Madison, Jamie Perez, WISC News 3.
And Emily told Jamie she hopes her story inspires others who may be dealing with mental health issues. Still to come tonight at 6, even through this heat wave, a batch of snow is still hanging on. We'll tell you where when we come back.
Alert days are in the forecast for tonight into tomorrow. We're talking also about the possibility of some strong thunderstorms Sunday. All ahead in your forecast next.
Our Hunger Heroes campaign with the Goodman Community Center is continuing through the weekend. Thanks to all of you who have helped us out so far. We're collecting food to help the Goodman Center support families over the summer when kids can't rely on school to supplement meals. With your help, we raised almost $20,000 so far and hope to raise $10,000 more by tomorrow. To donate, it's very simple. Do it online at goodmancenter.org/donate, or you can just show up and drop off food as well. This one is just for Dave Caulfield. Check this out. Despite this weather across much of the Midwest, it's not just us, there is still snow in Appleton. This is a parking ramp there. Now, this is the real deal. We double-checked this. This isn't fake. It's very common for patches of snow like this to stick around during the spring, sometimes for the beginning of summer. But with this weather, this is really rare. Really rare. It looks kind of gross, too, but we'll have to check back on Monday after this weekend, Dave.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get through, but, you know, I love sports movies, like inspirational movies. I want a movie made about that patch of snow. Yeah. I would watch that so many times with, like, really inspirational music in the background. I can see it now. Maybe it's a pet project of mine. I think I'll need about $10 or so. Upcoming alert days, we do have one in for tonight and also into Saturday for this high heat and humidity. It could feel as hot as 105 once again tomorrow with pretty high dew points, very hot and humid. Then on Saturday night into Sunday, some strong storms could come our way filled with some heavy downpours as well as some gusty wind and small hail. But heat bulletins still in effect for literally half of the country. 25 out of 50 states have some sort of heat-related bulletin in it, whether it's a heat advisory or for most of us, we have an excessive heat warning into late tomorrow evening. High temperatures across the area have been really, really impressive, especially and even for this time of year. I mean, it is summer, but you don't really expect to see some of these numbers. So soon 98 the high in La Crosse, 93 in Madison, 90 in Rockford, and 90 as well in Dubuque. A little bit closer to home, 92 the high in Lone Rock, 95 in Boscobel, 96 in Black River Falls, and 93 in Janesville. Right now, temperatures may be a few degrees cooler than that, but still very, very hot and humid outside. Dew points in the 70s, and we have no more 80s to show. So at least that's good news. Maybe a little bit less humid in spots, but it's still going to be dangerously hot and humid over the next day or two. And really, the high temperature trend not letting up. We are going to be close to 90 degrees over the next couple of days and into next week as well. So our heat illnesses, this is stuff that we really need to keep in mind. The differences between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Try to stay cool as much as you can over the next couple of days. Drink plenty of water. Try to get access to air conditioning. Stay in the shade as much as possible because that could really make a big difference. A live look in Madison, not much shade showing up here. Maybe we can throw some shade at this to help out. But on our WISC-TV Skycam, we're looking at 92 degrees with very sunny skies. A south wind at 15 miles per hour. Doppler track. Not much rain to help cool us down over the next couple of days, but Saturday night into Sunday, we actually could see some stronger thunderstorms come our way as a cold front gets closer, and it could produce some pretty heavy downpours on Sunday. Tonight, though, partly cloudy, no rain, muggy, very mild outside. Temperatures in the upper 70s. We'll be in the mid-90s tomorrow. Breezy, hot, and humid with future track heat index values well into the 90s and into the triple digits by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon. So stay cool tomorrow once again. And as that cold front gets closer, Saturday night into Sunday, some strong thunderstorms come our way. Maybe a little bit of a break on Sunday before a second round could bring some pretty nasty weather to us during the afternoon and evening on Sunday. Your 7-day forecast, an alert day in the forecast for Sunday for those strong thunderstorms. Still warm outside, but temperatures hovering near 90 over the next 10 days. The humidity is with us with plenty of chances for showers and storms.
The Packers begin training camp in less than a month, and one of football's top analysts says they're as good as anyone in the NFL. The story's coming up in sports. Jerry Kelly is still the leader at the U.S. Senior Open in Colorado Springs. Kelly followed his first round 66 with a 1-under round of 69 today to maintain his lead after 2 rounds, although it's down from 2 shots to 1 over Miguel Angel Jimenez. Kelly had 4 birdies, 3 bogeys on his way to that 69. So why is it working so well for Jerry Kelly this season? Well, for one, he's healthy, and he also made some swing changes thanks to his brother-in-law and teacher, Jim Schumann.
You know, I've got both my trainer and my coach. My coach, Jim Schumann's playing in the tournament as well, so he really helped me and got me squared away. You know, it's a new old move type thing, and felt really comfortable with it. Shots were coming out right where I wanted to.
Don't look now, but Tiger Woods is getting back into contention at the Quicken Loans National. Watch this one. 30-yard chip shot. Doesn't look like it has much of a chance to go in, right? Well, just kind of heads to the hole and goes in the hole. Tiger shoots 5 under 65. He's 5 under for the tournament. Just 4 shots behind the leaders, Bo Hostler and Ryan Armour. He's tied for 11th place. Brewers are playing Game 2 of their series in Cincinnati right now. Chase Anderson is the Brewers' starting pitcher tonight. The Brewers beat the Reds last night 5-4 and lead the Cubs by 2.5 games in the NL Central. The Cubs are playing the Minnesota Twins at Wrigley right now. The Cubs just took a 6-5 lead in the bottom of the 5th in Chicago. Madison Mallards are playing on the road in Wausau tonight. Last night, the Mallards beat the Wisconsin Woodchucks 5-0. Tonight, the rematch at Athletic Park starts in just a few minutes. The Mallards are 25-7. They have a 3-game lead on Kalamazoo in the South Division of the Northwoods League. And here's an interesting stat. These are the attendance leaders in the Northwoods League so far. The Mallards have an average home game attendance of over 6,100 fans a game. Lacrosse has the second highest average, about 3,500 fewer fans per game than the Mallards. Cool. Keep an eye on the NBA this weekend. Could get crazy. Starts today with LeBron James declining his $35 million option with the Cleveland Cavaliers to become a free agent. LeBron could end up back in Cleveland or perhaps with the Lakers or Houston, creating a super team depending on where Paul George and or Chris Paul end up. Believe it or not, Packers training camp begins 4 weeks from yesterday. And with Aaron Rodgers back at 100%, the addition of tight end Jimmy Graham on offense, well, the Packers look as good as anyone right now. Even with their perceived flaws on defense, someone who should know, former Cowboys quarterback and CBS NFL analyst Tony Romo says the Packers have put themselves in a great position.
I think the Packers probably got better, maybe more than any team I saw this offseason. I think Green Bay, if I was, you know, it's too early, but, you know, injuries happen, things, you know, can happen. But right now, they're right at the top for me as far as a pick for a team that, you know, you wouldn't want to see in the playoffs right now. For Green Bay, it's like if their secondary is a little bit better, I think that they're the team to beat this year going into the football season.
Love hearing that.
So the Packers and the Badgers, boy, it could be a heck of a football season.
Could be exciting.
Might even be below 80 degrees by then.
Yeah, let's hope.
Cross those fingers. We do have that excessive heat warning until tomorrow for much of the area. Still feels like over 100 degrees for much of southern Wisconsin right now. Into tomorrow, we're starting off in the 70s. Highs should reach the mid-90s, but it will feel like triple-digit heat once again for southern Wisconsin tomorrow. A little bit cooler with some storms on Sunday.
All right, keep an eye on that. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you back here at 10.
Download the new Channel 3000 app and get alerted on your mobile device the minute news breaks. Wherever you go, be the first to know with Channel 3000.